Central, 3:30. So I have 30 minutes. I'm trying to stay up. This is my, I don't want to say that. This has been like my 60, almost 60 hours so far. And we just at Friday. So I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. This is funny because I really actually have more content than Netta. Because y'all be watching Netta and Charles, and Netta be coming on there, and Netta be like, and they don't have really nothing to say. All right. So I've been going on Twitter and I've been watching, and again, I was explaining before I went to work. Okay, so what we're witnessing is I have a neighbor. It's been rumored that my neighbor has, you know, my neighbor, they're Asian. Yeah, we're gonna say that. No, we're gonna say El Salvadorian. Okay, the El Salvadorian came up. My neighbor is El Salvadorian, right? And it's rumored in the neighborhood that he has, switches. I'm just adding what the younger people say. He got switches. He has gun. He has a lot of weapons to destruct people in the neighborhood. So I know but I don't really know. And I've been saying this neighbor has these weapons for 20 years, right? So I've been, because he's been there, but he has not pulled out the weapon in 20 years. And I don't know if it's really truly there. I don't even have proof. Let's just say if I call the police, I don't have proof. I don't have pictures, right? But I'm trying to break it down with y'all seeing. Okay, so this neighbor has weapons. I don't even know. They say he had weapons for 20 years. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and knock down this neighbor's door, because on a hunch, for 20 years, 30 years, he had weapons, but he never pulled the weapon. Okay, and I'm gonna go in, and I'm gonna go and just destroy his house, because what I don't have receipt of. Because, we've been having weapons of mass destruction since I was, in 6th, 7th grade. Y'all remember when y'all was in 6th or 7th grade? And we had to hide underneath the desk. Oh, yeah, remember? We were going to get liberated, just like that 1950s, that Russia was going to come and give us the news. It was like, y'all catching the pieces? But let's go back to the house. I'm just going to go and knock down this person's house, destroy it, and then don't think that this person's not going to come back. Or if I go in this person's house to say, give me your weapon, and he don't hurt me. I mean, make it make sense. Make it make sense. I hear let me get y'all some messages back out of you, because I had a lot going on. God is really gonna place a hold. God is gonna put a hold on the world. Actually, I saw that UGK strip. Y'all need to look up what it's called, Schumann and resonance. Resonance. Schumann resonance. I do a lot of meditation towards that. It's like pretty much the earth heartbeat. So what I've been looking is But the read is saying, shh, don't move. That's what the reading is saying. Um, so we just not moving. We actually watching this, and it's kind of funny because I really didn't know that we are that delayed as Americans. And we really think we are superpower, and we're not a superpower as we used to be. Because we have children that we have raised, and now they're 20, 19, 20 years old in the Army. And I'm afraid. Well, one thing they're proving that they can hurt in the streets though. But I don't know about the ones that signed in the army. You know what y'all should do? Y'all should get those, like those people from O Block, the people from Baton Rouge. Y'all should get those drill rappers and make them go into the military. I think that y'all should do that. I think y'all should do that. Just trying to stay up, y'all. This is a long night. And y'all just don't know how much like. It feels so good right now. Like I really can. Like I'm really am starting to walk the purpose that I've been praying for. Y'all just don't understand. Every night I'll go and sit on the bed and be like, God, please utilize me for the purpose that you need me in. I'm ready. Like, and it's just amazing how these are coming out like this week. But trust me, it, it's just amazing how that works. Like, y'all just don't understand how many times I prayed. Man, I prayed and I prayed and I prayed to God. I'm like, you utilize me in the purpose that you see me fit. I knew y'all just don't know. I went through so much to get here. And within the last 7 months, it's been a lot of work. Like I said, that's the reason why I haven't been out here. I haven't been on here. I had to do a transformation. I had to do my last part. What I'm getting is I had to do the last part of the transformation. It was like that last part, like in the summer, it was like a breakdown, but it wasn't. It was like what Spirit is showing me. It was like an upgrade, and it was just. Oh, last summer I was finding out I could do a whole lot of stuff, and but I still didn't want to admit who I was, or I was afraid of being different. And so in these last 7 months, like I said, I've been working tremendously hard, like changing my whole mindset, and that's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of work. I have never worked as hard as I ever did in my life, but yeah, it's like I feel so good. It's like I'm at peace. And have y'all ever like worked with God until you got? I'm not talking about like work with church. Have you ever worked with your relationship with God where you are at peace? You're at peace. Oh, I can tell you that story. So I think in this journey, God took me to the Father, then God took me to the Holy Spirit. The last part was the Son. It's not the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. He took me to the Son. And I finally went in church. And all those years I was running from God, I just didn't like church. I just didn't into church. I wasn't into church. I had what is called, a lot of people have what is called church drama. Some they had a trauma from the church, okay? I'm one of those. So I finally, over the summer, I said, okay, I'm going to go to church. And it was like a festival. It was like out, it was so good. It was like a festival. I got baptized the next day. I had to get cleansed again. I was like, I never, so it's crazy. That happened too. I got baptized. Um, During that baptism, I got to get closer to Jesus and learning, his walk, um, learning his walk of life. That's what I'm hearing, his walk of life. And so, like I said, doing all that has given me peace. And, oh yeah, this is the part of the story. Right before I got baptized, I'm actually paying attention in church. I'm like, yo, this is really like driving me. And I said, yo, I'm gonna do altar call. I never in my life did altar call ever, okay? Because I used to be scared of people praying over you, So I went to altar call, and this woman prayed over me, and she said, "You are now at peace." And when that happened, tears just started rolling down my eyes. I was like, I am at peace. Yeah, peace don't cost nothing. It's a beautiful thing, but it's a lot of work to get at peace. A lot of people just can't do it. I just pray, y'all start making that walk towards God. This is the prophecy. In the next couple of days, you're gonna really have to make your final choices, because choices have been made, moves have been done, choices have been made, the gates are shutting. We are now at Revelation 17. We're at Revelation 17, y'all. We have to understand this is more spiritual than physical. And what I'm looking into is like, how people just don't believe in the stuff? It's time to believe the unseen is happening. What's going on? What I'm getting is the unseen is about to be seen. And people that, be like, that can't be true, all that, how could, you're about to really find out. And I think I said this last night, like, we're going into 5D. We're in 5D right now. And people that did not involve, people that didn't actually do what they're supposed to do right now is going to fall, because they don't understand what I be saying. It's going to be hard to adapt. What God is trying to show me is, how the cell phones, we have 3G, 4G, 5G. Now we're going to 6. Y'all see that little 6? Now we're going to 6G. Okay, so that's how the dimensions are, right? You got 3. Me and you talking at 3 right now. We're talking at 3. 3 is, 2, you got a 2. But 3 is black and white. 3 is where they want you to be. 3 is you going to just think what they say. You're going to think in the box. You're going to believe everything this person is telling you. You're not going to go and venture out. You're going to be the person that they want you to be. You're going to get the job, and you're going to just be miserable working every day with the job and doing what, paying. You are not going to work, you're going to go to church, but you're not going to get that relationship. You're not going to look out of anything. Like, I have actually a coworker right now, like, I can't talk to him because he only sees black and white. I have a best friend that I've been knowing for 20 years. All he sees is black and white. And it's okay to be like this, but it's like, it's going to be a lot of people left over because they're thinking like this. Because let me tell you, like I said, the people that are behind the scenes are far way more sophisticated. They are more spiritually taught, but they were taught in the wrong way. But they know what's going on, and they are leading you and you don't even know the half. Well, they teach you that don't believe in it. Or they teach you that it's conspiracy theory. Like, yo, God walked me through so much, and I'm noticing what is the conspiracy theory is true, and what they say is what they say is true is propaganda. Some of these people will be left behind. I think I said this the other night. Um, you have to look. I'm hearing. I hear that silver song, Horizons, Open Horizons, like the 80s songs, Open Silvers, Open Horizon, Open Horizon. Um, it's like we don't open our horizon, and a lot of people they just stuck. It's gonna be stuck. Like people like for me to get like this, to actually like get connected, it took a lot of work. A lot of work, a lot of work. Um, I hear some people are waking up, but some people are not doing it to the extent that I do it. Like I said, when I get off in the morning, I go into this deep levitation, high frequency pitch meditations every day, and it goes from 3 to 4 hours straight. I, and I had to reprogram my brain. Um, what I'm hearing is like in the next couple of days, it's gonna be a lot going on. I said this the other day. It's gonna be a lot of things going on. It's gonna happen so fast. Um, what I'm hearing is pray for the lost. Some casualties had to happen, but God is ready. And like I said, we're in an eviction process, and this person's been squatting, and God is ready to take over. Are you ready for it? This is what, are you ready for it? Or you truly understand? I'm just saying in the next couple of days, y'all should actually step the relationship up a little bit more, because I don't know what's about to happen, but I just keep hearing the next couple of days. There is going to be like a planned attack. Please, y'all, don't fall for it. I pray to y'all, like, please, y'all do be sounding ignorant when y'all be calling these people Muslims, and they people, but that's their religion. Y'all do be sounding like, stop being ignorant. Like, really, I mean, this is why y'all stop. Like, you know what aggravates me? We go now and be like, Siri, give me an answer to this. Grok on Twitter, is this true? That's what they want us to do. So you're thinking, now, if I let's think this through. If our history books didn't really give us accurate history, because now we're getting way, you know, things that were taught to us in around my age, now it's totally different now. And so do you think AI is going to give y'all the total history? And like I said, that's what they want you to do. They don't want you to learn that, to start questioning this shit. Now the thing is, when you ain't like they're telling me, like, you know how you get married and your husband, you have a husband, and this husband does everything the same way, and this is how they want me to teach it. The husband comes in with the same pattern, and then that one day that this husband stops with this pattern, and then you come and be like, let me go. And like, now, but I'm seeing God is like, y'all can go and search that out. But when are y'all going to stop believing what is given to you and actually go out and get the knowledge yourself, because a lot of people are going to get lost in the mix because they are not seeking. They are giving you. You're getting there. You're getting fed, and now we are in a society where it's so much at the hands right here that we don't actually seek the information. So now, to me, the information is actually sounding stupid. Because actually, I don't believe what this news report is saying. I don't believe what Fox is saying. I don't believe what CNN is saying. I'm going to take it a step forward. I'm going to ask why. Okay, so Israel hit Iraq. Why? Okay, what was it? Not Iraq, is Iran. Why? Okay, let me go into Iran. What's wrong? Let me go into the history. Okay, Israel. Let me go in your history. Okay, so what you did this week? We didn't tell y'all we hit Lebanon. We didn't tell y'all that. We didn't tell y'all we still, hitting Palestine. We didn't tell y'all that we still now we got them, and we because we bring in true freedom since 1946, after the war. That's what we've been saying. We were trying to do the free world, but we in the United States are not free. Get it straight. What you think is communism is not communism. We are in communism. Get it straight. Get it straight. Like I said, everything, y'all, you know how we grew up, and I grew up, in the 80s, and we would watch, like, Hulk Hogan, and Hulk Hogan, I have that flag, and you like, USA, USA, and you be like, boo to Russia. Russia is this horrible place. Russia tells these people what to do. Russia only has these rules, and we're free in America. And then when you start reading into the history of why McCarthy had the hearings, why we've been saying we're trying to make America free, and we're not free. My black people did not, my mom and dad did not get into high school. They did not get integrated in high school until 1970, 1971. That was just 50 years ago. Some of my grandparents wasn't able to vote. They just couldn't vote. I have a sister that's married, interracial marriage, around to 1969 in some states. 1969. Some people could not get married legally, but we trying to fight Vietnam and Korea. Now listen to these laws that we had. Like I said, everything is not given up to the news. And the people that actually have been touched, I don't care what they say, God has touched these people and saying, okay, you are the truth teller. You are the one that's going to bring the light. I touched you because this is not right. And we either, like I said, that person dies of a suicide, or that person just dies in a car. They don't live. They don't live. Like I said, I have seen so much inconsistency today between the Israel and Iran situation. And you know why I know? Because I go and I read more, because I'm not going to give you what you give me. I got to see it for myself. And we are at this age, and now we're, like I said, now we got a whole generation of dummies, because y'all, God put me everywhere. God put me in the schools right before he put me here, and I was teaching. Some of our students don't even know how to multiply. Some of our students at 6th grade didn't know what ratio and proportion is. Some of our students in 6th grade didn't know how to read a clock. Some of our students in 6th grade they don't even write a sentence. I work with a 20-year-old that goes to college, and now you know how he does his papers. He goes to Chat CPT and maybe change a word or two. Really, the paper is not supposed to be like, okay, this is this in these people mind. Okay, I had to make the paper to make the degree, but it's not understood. You're teaching research. You're teaching to go get it. You're teaching. You remember they don't even teach this no more in school. You remember you get a hypothesis. You go and get all your and this is what I'm saying. They don't even know this. You know how you know how you had a question, what they say, a scientific question. You had a question, and so then you're gonna gather the evidence, right? That's what it is, right? We're gonna gather the evidence, and then you're gonna get what is called a hypothesis. We don't even do that. And what they teach you, remember when we was doing our social studies project? Okay, so I didn't say science, I said social studies, because we did have those too. So you actually went and did the research and actually had to go to the library, you know, actually had to go, what it's called the call catalog, right? You had to actually go and get the book, or you actually had to go into microfilm, and you actually had to figure it out. They These kids don't know how to do it. So how you think they're gonna be good military people? How do you think they're gonna be good doctors? How do you think they're gonna be good nurses? We saw one dumbass nurse last week, right? How do we know? How are we gonna know that they can take care of us? Because now we're Generation X, and we're going into our 50s, right? Right here at the cusp of 60. So they got to take care of us, right? These, like I said, I have a young man, because how I work, you got to document. He don't know how to document because he can't put sentences together because we haven't taught them. Yeah, we are incompetent right now. And then when you have a Donald Trump that tells us that we got it going on, like, look at your child. Let's be real. Don't sometimes I look at my daughter and be like, what the fuck? You're still wearing a fucking parka. And it's 80 degrees. So they off. I'm gonna have to make a part 2 to this. They still wearing hoodies in 100-degree heat. But anyway, let me go.